The mind is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. I created this podcast as a daily supplement for you to invest into your thinking. This is your
daily mind medicine.
Hey, let me tell you a problem that I have to solve for closers all the freaking time. I don't know what it is that you do. Whether you're an entrepreneur, you own your own business, you work for another firm, whether you are a salesperson, marketer, copywriter, singer, dancer, whatever it is. Here is the reality of life. You are in control. Now, everybody wants to balk at that and scoff at that because everybody wants to justify where they're stuck. They want to basically disattach their own responsibility for where they are. But you can't do that if you want to grow. You are in control of almost everything in your life. Oh, but Taylor, what about people who, look, can we just put this to bed once and for all? Most of the people who are eating food from a trash can and who are drinking muddy water, they don't have a phone. They're not listening to this podcast. So stop using the weak people to justify where you are in life. It's disappointing. Me and Chris, we partner on a lot of different nonprofit organizations, and we help feed people and we help take care of people who have been trafficked and horrible things. It is a disgrace for you to use those people's lives to justify your own shit. So stop it. Don't justify how you don't have control in your life because somebody else truly was born with nothing. It's disgusting. All right. Sorry about that rant. I get that all the time and I'm tired of dealing with it. You're in control of almost everything that happens to you in your life. Take a closer on my team, for instance, and this guy does pretty good, $25,000 a month in income. That's his commissions. He's a champion. I see how he could get up into the 40,000 plus per month range. And I'm trying to teach him, look, dude, when you have a week where you only close 4 or 5 people, it has nothing to do with the market. It has everything to do with you. And it's like he can't wrap his head around it. He can't believe it. The same thing happens with clientele when they start going into a funk or going into a rut and they think that the economy has changed and money's dried up and, maybe I've done as good as I'm ever going to do. And they begin allowing these thoughts and confusion and complications coming into their minds. But my friend, everything that you have is under your domain. You have dominion and power and control over your direction in life. It does not matter whether you feel like the economy is good, bad, or in between. It doesn't matter whether people agree with you or disagree with you. You have so much control, unmitigated control over your direction in life as a human being. So you back up and you look at this and you're like, well, Taylor, if that's true, why are good people struggling? Why are good people in places that they don't want to be? Well, if you're honest with yourself and you look back linearly over the timeline of a person's life, you will begin to see choices that they made that do not reflect their true potential. You will begin to find, even in your own life, small shortcuts, cutting corners here, cutting corners there. I heard a man say one time, the difference between the people at the top and the people at the bottom is not the big sweeping moves in their life. It's their small distinction, their small choices, their small habits, their small routines. And if you're honest with yourself, you'll look back over your life and you'll begin to find points in your history where there was a small distinction here that was not made. You made a different decision than I made. There's a small choice here that may not have seemed like a big deal there, but it was a small choice that you made and I made a different choice. There was a small decision you made there to go out instead of going home, to not do this work instead of doing the work. Whatever it is, no matter if it's in the area of finance, marriage, children, business, relationships, it doesn't matter. Everything we have, like a recipe from start to finish, is a final byproduct of our choices. And most of those choices are little. Most of those choices are insignificant. Most of those choices are small. You got to learn how to master the small decisions, the small distinctions, the small choices, because they add up to big sweeping tidal waves in your life. Whatever you're doing today, make the little things count, because every big thing sits on top of a foundation of little things. You gotta nail it. You gotta nail it. Let's rock and roll. See ya.
DailyMindMedicine.com